Learn real English from movie dialogues. Hello, everyone. If you've ever dreamed of speaking English like a native, fluent, expressive, and full of confidence, this video is for you. Most classrooms teach grammar and vocabulary, but they often miss something essential: real English, the kind of English people actually use in daily life. And guess what? One of the best ways to learn real English is through movie dialogues. Movies don't just entertain us, they teach us how English sounds, feels, and lives. When you watch a film, you're not just hearing words, you're hearing emotions, rhythm, and culture. You're learning how English breathes. Welcome to Learn English Through Stories, the easiest and most enjoyable way to improve your English naturally. 1. What is real English? Real English is not the kind you find in textbooks. It's full of contractions, idioms, and natural expressions. Instead of I do not know, people say I don't know. Instead of I am going to, they say I'm gonna. These small changes make your English sound alive. They show that you understand how native speakers really talk. And it's not just about words. It's about tone, humor, and attitude. When Chandler in Friends says, "Could I be any more excited?" he's not just speaking, he's performing that rhythm, that sarcasm. That's real English. 2. Why movies are so powerful for learning. Movies give you authentic speech in real situations. You hear how people express love, anger, surprise, or sadness. You see gestures, facial expressions, and tone, all parts of communication that textbooks can't teach. Here's why movies work so well. You learn words in context, not isolation. You connect emotionally with stories, so you remember better. You discover culture and humor. You hear different accents and speeds. And most importantly, you enjoy it. Learning through movies turns study into pleasure. And when you enjoy learning, your brain learns faster. 3. But are movies too difficult? Some people say movies are full of slang and fast speech. They're not good for learners. I understand that concern, but it's actually what makes them valuable. Real English is not slow or perfect. It's dynamic and emotional. By listening to authentic dialogues, you train your ear for real conversations. You learn to catch meaning from tone and context, not just words. And here's the secret. Once you understand informal English, it's easy to adjust to formal English later. It's much harder to go the other way around. 4. How to learn English from movies effectively. Let's make this practical. Here's a simple method you can follow. Choose the right movie. Start with clear, everyday English, comedies, dramas, or family films. Try Finding Nemo, Notting Hill, or The Pursuit of Happiness. Use subtitles wisely. Begin with English subtitles. Read and listen together. Then turn them off for short scenes when you feel ready. Focus on dialogues. Pause and repeat lines. Shadow the actors or speak along with them. Copy not just the words, but the emotion. Keep a vocabulary journal. Write down phrases like, "I'm beat," "I'm very tired," "hang in there," "don't give up," "you nailed it," "you did it perfectly." Learn from context. Don't translate everything. Guess meaning from the situation. Practice speaking. After watching, summarize the scene in your own words. Pretend you're explaining it to a friend. Reflect on culture. Notice how people express politeness or humor. For example, Americans often say maybe or kind of to sound polite. 5. Examples from famous films. Let's look at some great examples. Friends. Perfect for casual conversation and humor. The Pursuit of Happiness. teaches motivational language and emotional storytelling. Harry Potter helps with British accent and vocabulary. Notting Hill shows romantic and polite expressions. Forrest Gump, simple, emotional, unforgettable English. Each movie gives you a different flavor of English: American, British, formal, informal, emotional, humorous. 6. The psychology behind movie learning. Learning through movies isn't just fun, it's scientifically effective. When you watch a movie, your brain releases dopamine, the motivation chemical. That makes learning enjoyable and memorable. Movies activate multiple senses. You see, hear, and feel. This multisensory input strengthens memory. You're not just learning words, you're building experiences. Language lives in emotion. When you laugh at a joke or cry at a scene, you're wiring English into your emotional memory. That's why you'll remember "You had me at hello" long after you forget grammar rules. 7. A linguist's perspective. As a linguist, I see movies as rich sources of input. They expose you to real syntax, tone, and social meaning. You learn not just correctness, but appropriateness, when and how to use certain expressions. Movies also teach prosody, the melody of speech. You start to feel English, not just speak it. That's what makes your English sound natural. Conclusion: feel the language. So, if you want to speak English that's alive, emotional, and real, don't just study it, experience it. Watch movies, listen deeply, repeat passionately, and let English become part of your story, because movies don't just teach you English, they teach you how to feel English. Thank you for watching. If you found this inspiring, subscribe for more ways to learn real English, not just from books, but from life itself.